Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the K2 Alchemist. This board features K2's directional camber, which is rocker in the nose, then camber from right outside the front insert pack back through the tail. This is going to give you that load, pop, snap, and drive of traditional camber, but you're going to have that rocker in the nose for ease of entry in and out of turns, as well as more optimal powder float. This board is available in 157, 160, 163, 159 wide, 164 wide. I rode this board at Arapahoe Basin on a sunny bluebird day. There was warmer temps. You had hero snow, soft creamy groomers, chunder, ice, hot pow off the runs, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. First and foremost, I want to address the whole belief that this board is some kind of death plank that's overly stiff. It has no flex. It doesn't. It actually, while being stiffer, still has flex where it counts. Now with that said, it's a full directional flex, meaning softer nose that progressively stiffens back up through to the tail, with a little bit of torsional flex. It's not a crazy amount. It's just the right balance for letting you do some ankle steering and to twist this board when you need to. Now, when it comes to stability, this board has just a level of dampness and liveliness that is pretty much unparalleled. There's a few other boards that come to mind when I think about it, but this board really sticks out. Sure, you do get a little flappy at high speeds and in rutted out terrain with that rocker in the nose, but you never really feel it sending shockwaves back through the rest of the board. This is a board that'll just crush through any type of conditions and keep on going. You don't have to worry about getting bucked around. You don't have to worry that it's not going to dampen. It's stable. It's very, very stable, but it doesn't feel like a dead, lifeless turd. There's a lot of power in the camber on this board, so when you load it up, it wants to rebound. It wants to react. This is a board that wants to get you into the air off anything you're doing. So if you put a little bit of effort into it, you're still gonna get a lot out of it. You put a lot in, you're gonna get double that amount back. This board has that serious rebound and reactivity to get you up in the air and launch it. You have to be a little bit more calculated. This isn't for someone that's going to be lazy or laid back. You have to know where you're going to pop and how hard you're going to pop. First and foremost, I don't know why you're buttering on this thing or why anyone wants to know if you can butter on this thing. Can you butter on this thing? Sure. Is it a chewer? Oh, hell yes. For having rocker in the nose, you'd think it would be relatively easy to pop a 180 in the pow, push into it, lock into a butter. Nope. It's going to fight you the whole time. You're going to put all your weight into it, and it is a little bit easier than the tail, but we'll get into that in a second here. So you're going to leverage all your weight on the outside of that nose, pushing into the rocker to utilize it to your advantage. And when you do, that camber section is going to fight you. The flex of the board is going to fight you. So you're going to be manhandling it and muscling your way through. Now, when it comes to the tail, you're basically sitting on that rear contact point with all your weight and doing your damnness to try to get that nose up. It's not fun. I'll be honest with you. That's not what this board's for, but someone's going to ask me about it, so now I just told you. When it comes to carving, this is where this board shines. It cuts through everything in its path and just charges. When you're on edge, you're locked in. Now, to get it on edge, there's a smooth and fluid transmission that you feel. This board will roll from edge to edge effortlessly and just lock in. Now, it engages outside that front foot right where the rocker meets the camber. That is where it initiates, but you steer it more under the front foot and inside that rear foot when you're really cranking a deep, hard carve. Can you crank an aggressive carve with this board? Oh, hell yes. You can lay trenches for days with this thing, or you can just do mellow setup turns or medium mellow carves if you want to, where you're swooping from one side of the trail back to the other. This is a deck for hauling ass and just leaving trenches, in my opinion. Bring your A game because you won't be disappointed. Who's this board for? The hard-charging resort ripper. Someone that's just super free ride focused. This board is a friggin' rocket ship. You have so much power from the camber profile and the flex of this board that you can really drive off the tail, out of a turn, or load it up to really spring with it. It just cuts through the chop, the chunder, and the crap with ease. overall, this board is a blast. It's so smooth riding, yet still very stable. So this dampness does not kill the liveliness of this board, which is what you tend to see out of more free ride boards. Although that tends to be changing these days, and well, this is one of those boards helping lead that charge. Don't sleep on this board if you really like aggressively riding. Comparable boards: the Jones Aviator, the Amplid Surfari, the niche Maelstrom. Binding recommendations: the K2 Formula, the Union Atlas, the Bent Metal Core Pro. This has been my review of the K2 Alchemist. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.